Do you cry at happy commercials? Do you find yourself tearing up during sad movies, or even when you are angry and frustrated? And perhaps the worst part, do people tell you to toughen up or stop being so sensitive? It can feel humiliating. You might feel like you have no control over your own emotions, like a faucet that leaks whenever the pressure gets too high. You start to believe that you are broken, weak, or emotionally unstable. But psychology and neuroscience suggest something completely different. Your tendency to cry easily isn't a flaw in your character. It is a feature of a highly sophisticated nervous system. You are likely a highly sensitive person, HSP, or someone with high emotional intelligence. The psychology of crying reveals that tears are not just water. They are a complex biological technology designed to heal, connect, and regulate. Let's break down the science of why you cry so easily and why it is actually a strength. First, let's look at the biochemistry of tears. Did you know that not all tears are the same? Basal tears keep your eyes wet, and reflex tears flush out dust. But emotional tears, the ones you cry when you are sad or moved, have a completely different chemical structure. In the 1980s, biochemist Dr. William Frey found that emotional tears contain higher levels of stress hormones, specifically ACTH and prolactin. They also contain manganese, a mood-regulating mineral, and leucine enkephalin, which is a natural painkiller produced by the body. This is crucial to understand. When you cry, you aren't just being dramatic. Your body is physically purging stress hormones out of your system. It is a biological reset button. People who hold their tears in are keeping those stress chemicals trapped in their bloodstreams, which leads to higher cortisol levels and long-term anxiety. You, on the other hand, are flushing them out. This is why you often feel a sense of physical relief or lightness after a good cry. You have literally detoxed your emotional body. You are not weak for crying. You are efficient at stress recovery. Second, crying easily is a direct sign of high empathy and active mirror neurons. Mirror neurons are brain cells that allow us to feel what others are feeling. When you see a character in a movie get their heart broken, your brain simulates that pain as if it were happening to you. For the average person, this simulation is faint. But for you, the simulation is high definition. Your brain has a higher capacity for empathy. You don't just understand emotion, you experience it. From an evolutionary perspective, this was a vital survival trait. The tribe needed members who could deeply sense the distress of others to nurture the young and maintain social bonds. Your tears are a signal of your capacity for connection. People who cry easily are often rated by peers as more trustworthy and sincere because their emotions are transparent. You are signaling to the world that you are safe, authentic, and deeply human. Third, let's talk about angry crying. This is the most frustrating type. You are in an argument, you are furious, and you want to make a strong point, but instead, you start crying. You feel like you've lost the argument because you look weak, but psychology explains this as emotional overload. Anger is a high arousal emotion. When your system gets flooded with adrenaline and intensity, your brain tries to bring you back to baseline homeostasis. Crying is the parasympathetic nervous system trying to calm you down. It is not a sign of submission. It is a sign that you care deeply about the situation and your body is trying to regulate that intensity so you don't explode. It is a safety valve, not a surrender flag. Fourth, crying is linked to aesthetic sensitivity. If you cry at a beautiful sunset, a piece of music, or a touching commercial, you score high in a trait called openness to experience. You have a thin boundary between you and the world. This allows beauty to penetrate your soul more deeply than it does for others. While others live in black and white, you live in 4K Technicolor. Yes, the lows are lower, but the highs are transcendent. You are experiencing the full spectrum of the human condition. So, the next time you feel that lump in your throat, don't fight it. Don't apologize for it. You are not being a baby. You are activating a sophisticated biological mechanism to lower your cortisol, connect with your humanity, and process the world at a deep level. Your tears are the proof that your heart is still open in a world that tries to close it. You are strong enough to feel. If this video helped you validate your emotions, you will love the next one. We are going to explore the psychology of people who are always late and why your brain perceives time differently than others. Kindly subscribe and leave a comment below. What is the last movie or song that made you cry? See you in the next one.